Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. A person starts to live when he can live outside himself. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts. Morality is of the highest importance, but for us, not for God. God does not care about our mathematical difficulties. He integrates empirically. My religion consists of a humble admiration of the illimitable superior spirit who reveals himself in the slight details we are able to perceive with our frail and feeble mind. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what, then, is an empty desk a sign? Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Excellence is doing a common thing in an uncommon way. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation of wave pressure. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Once you can accept the universe as matter expanding into nothing that is something, wearing stripes with plaid comes easy. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. If there is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions which differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are incapable of forming such opinions. Human knowledge and skills alone cannot lead humanity to a happy and dignified life. Humanity has every reason to place the proclaimers of high moral standards and values above the discoverers of objective truth. Nature shows us only the tail of the lion, but I have no doubt that the lion belongs with it even if he cannot reveal himself all at once. We see him only the way a louse that sits upon him would. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but world warfare will be fought with sticks and stones. It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes out of it. Strange is our situation here on earth. Each of us comes for a short visit, not knowing why, yet sometimes seeming to divine a purpose. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Love yourself, stay happy, live life to the fullest, and focus on the best things in life. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Most of the fundamental ideas of science are essentially simple, and may, as a rule, be expressed in a language comprehensible to everyone. It stands to the everlasting credit of science that by acting on the human mind it has overcome man's insecurity before himself and before nature. The grand aim of all science is to cover the greatest number of empirical facts by logical deduction from the smallest number of hypotheses or axioms. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge but can never prove how it got there. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy and creative expression and knowledge. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. The attempt to combine wisdom and power has only rarely been successful, and then only for a short while. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. It stands to the everlasting credit of science that by acting on the human mind it has overcome man's insecurity before himself and before nature. We should take care not to make the intellect our god. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. The devil has put a penalty on all things we enjoy in life. Either we suffer in health, or we suffer in soul, or we get fat. Nothing is more destructive of respect for the government and the law of the land than passing laws which cannot be enforced. That deep emotional conviction of the presence of a superior reasoning power, which is revealed in the incomprehensible universe, forms my idea of God. Perfection of means and confusion of ends seem to characterize our age. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. I do not believe that civilization will be wiped out in a war fought with the atomic bomb. Perhaps 2/3 of the people of the earth will be killed. One strength of the communist system of the East is that it has some of the character of a religion and inspires the emotions of a religion. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but world warfare will be fought with sticks and stones. The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything save our modes of thinking, and we thus drift toward unparalleled catastrophe. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. He who joyfully marches to music in rank and file has already earned my contempt. He has been given a large brain by mistake, since for him the spinal cord would suffice. I think and think for months and years, 99 times. The conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. Politics is for the present, but an equation is for eternity. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Joy in looking and comprehending is nature's most beautiful gift. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Reading, after a certain age, diverts the mind too much from its creative pursuits. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. Thank you for watching.